Okay, so AQA Pure Core 1, Summer 2014, question 2. And the first part of the question, A part I, says express root 48 in the form n root 3, where n is an integer. Integer just means whole number, so not a fraction or decimal. So basically what this is asking of you is what can you times by 3 to be 48? Well, 16 times 3 is 48, so we can break this up into this. And then 16 is a nice square number, so we can bring that out and make it 4 root 3. So n is 4, and that's the first part of the question. Okay, so part 2 says solve the equation x root 12 equals 7 root 3 minus root 48, giving your answer in the simplest form. So we're trying to find x, that's what solve this equation means. And because it's a two-part question, they would never really put it as a two-part question. It's not a coincidence that there's a root 48 here and there's a root 48 here. It wants you to use the first part of the question because it's very time-saving as well. So if we just plug that straight in, so rather than root 48, we write it as 4 root 3. And now we've got 2 root 3's here, so it's kind of a common theme. So let's make this root 12 into a root 3, because if we go x, 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 is a square number. So we can take 2 out, because it's square root 4, root 3. I hope you can see how I just did that. Equals 7 root 3 minus 4 root 3. Okay, so we have x equals, so if we have 7 minus 4, that's 3 root 3, divided by, because if we bring this on the other side of the equation, divided by 2 root 3. So we have the x equals 3 over 2. And that's the answer. Okay, so part B says express 11 root 3 plus 2 root 5 divided by 2 root 3 plus root 5 in the form m minus root 15, where m is an integer. Okay, so these questions, all you have to do is to eliminate the fraction is times the whole thing by whatever's on the bottom, but using a minus rather than a plus. And that's really untechnical, but that was the best way that I remember it. So if we write all this out again, 11 root 3 plus 2 root 5, and because we're timesing it, let's just put it in brackets, times 2 root 3, which is this bottom bit, minus root 5, because we've got to times the bottom and the top by it. So on the bottom we've got 2 root 3 plus root 5, and we're going to times it by the same thing, because that's what we have to do, minus root 5. So this is just like we've times the whole thing by whatever's on the bottom, but with a minus rather than a plus, with a different sign, because that's what eliminates the fraction. And I will show you how now. So if we just do this really kind of long-winded multiplying out, which I'm sure you're kind of perfectly capable of, that will completely eliminate all the fraction, all the roots on the bottom, and that will give you 22. I'm not going to do it because it's not that hard, I'm sure you're capable, plus 4 root times 3 plus 4 root 15 minus 11 root 15 minus 2 times 5, and on the bottom you'll get 7. And obviously m has to be a integer, remember, it can't be a fraction, but in the end we get 8 minus root 15, so m was 8. I hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.